is Neha here and welcome back to my channel Pink Coffee. So for the past few days I've been traveling and I've had no time for self-care. I'm also pregnant at the moment, so my energy is almost always low and it started to show on my skin and hair that I'm not able to take care of myself. So today I had time, I had slightly a bit more energy than usual, so I decided to do a hair spa at home and also show you. Okay, so first of all, why should you put in extra time and effort for hair spa? When you normally just oil and wash your hair, you're in a hurry, you're not really giving it time to soak in, and it increases. When you do a hair spa, the blood flow to your scalp increases because you're giving it that massage time, the nutrition, and you are mentally relaxed. So your hair strands also get to soak in everything. And for me, I have right now I think started seeing dry skin on my hair. It's not on my scalp. It's not just dandruff but also a buildup of these products that I had been using for styling my hair. So I'll have time to clean that up, and then hair spa will also help to liven your hair follicles, smoothen your strands, straighten your hair. Straighten as in, sometimes you can see that the hair smoothness is not even in each strand. No matter what your hair type is, there are some parts where the hair is more prone to breakage, so that will also get corrected when you even regularly do hair spa. And also the damage caused from pollution is also reversed. So today I'm going to follow a really simple routine that anybody can do if you have even 30 minutes or 40 minutes on a Sunday. So to begin with, I'm just going to take a bowl here and I have coconut oil. It's pure coconut oil. Now based on your hair type, if you have if you want to thicken your hair, you can go for castor oil. If you just want to moisturize your hair, you can go with almond oil or olive oil. So you can choose any oil that you like. I'm going to take coconut oil. So I've taken about this much coconut oil. This could be a little extra, but it's okay. And after that I have two essential oils. One is rosemary and the other one is lavender. Lavender I mostly love because it's a very relaxing smell, and rosemary is great for hair growth, for breakage, and it's in general very good for your hair. So you can choose anything, or you can completely skip the essential oils. For now I'll just take a few drops of rosemary in this. And maybe one drop of lavender oil for the smell. I feel a little extra today. I'll take some hot water in a bowl and I'll just place my coconut oil in it, and maybe in a few seconds it will melt. I'll show you. Okay, so while the oil is melting and warming up, I'll show you what I'm going to do with my hair to prep them. This is my hair condition at the moment. I'll take a white tooth comb and I'll just gently as I can, try to just comb my hair like this so that there are no knots left. Coconut oil is almost warm and melted. Okay. Now, the easiest way to not miss any scalp area in case you have dry skin or dandruff or whatever, like if you have really dry scalp. So the best way is to take a piece of cotton like this, melt your oil, dip it slightly. I'll just mix the essential oils here. And then make a partition in your hair like this and go over each partition like that. So this is covered, maybe an inch from here. I'm going to make one more, and you can see there's no oil here. I'll do that again here. So that way I'm just going to repeat the whole process. Might take about 5 minutes or less than that. Okay. doing it this way, I have realized that my hair feels much more softer than simply just applying oil. There's a huge chance that you miss a lot of parts if you directly go with oil like that. So I've covered most of this part. I'll go back to the center and then start 1 inch from here again. And also by using cotton, there is much lesser chance of breakage. You're going to be really gentle with your hair like that. So let me just show you, I'll complete it off camera. So when you're finished doing it here, the next step is to start parting your scalp from the behind here. Like we're covering the top part, then we'll cover the backside part. Same way, 1 inch at a time, and then you put oil like that. And then 1 inch from there, you move little hair at a time, and then you go again. Okay, so I've covered my entire scalp on top and from behind. Now there is little bit oil left, which I'm going to apply on the length of my hair and also here where I have baby hair growth. So after doing this, you can gently just massage your scalp with your fingers, or in my case, I'm just going to use this head massager that I have. I'll link these products in the description box. This way, actually, with this, you can definitely do it with your fingers also, but when you're using your fingers, you feel that you're doing something. It feels like a little bit of a task, so you don't feel completely relaxed. And with this, you'll be able to massage for a longer period because your fingers are not hurting, you're not getting tired. It's much easier to just simply hold something than to massage, and even better if you can get somebody else to hold it for you. So I'm going to give it maybe 10 minutes of a massage before I move on to the next step. Okay, so I wanted to point this out that normally when you're massaging your scalp, you generally tend to focus on only the bigger areas, and we forget to massage behind our ears, just above our neck and these areas. So that's where the blood circulation is least anyways. So it's better to pay attention there also while doing it like this. Okay, so I've started feeling drowsy after that massage. So when the massage is done, the next step that I'm going to take is use a spa cap or a steaming cap or a heating cap, thermal cap, electric cap, whatever you call it. You can just search any of this and you'll find the cap, and this costed me about 250 or 350 rupees. And I've been using it for a long time. Initially, I was scared of using this cap because this is going to be something electrical that you're going to wear on your head after oiling your hair, or your hair could be wet also. But I did a lot of research. I was scared, but I did not find anything online that said it was dangerous for them. Nobody had any accident. There was no problem for anybody. So I'm going to use this, and one small drawback is the wire is really small, so you'll have to sit somewhere close where you can connect it directly and then use it, and better not to use it in the bathroom because it's electrical, of course. And it is having this setting where it is off, medium hot and fully hot. I think to get started at least I'll have to fully heat it. You can tighten it here after wearing it. Now this, I'll just see the time and then I'm going to leave it on for 10-12 minutes. I think that should be enough. Okay, so it's been about 10 or 12 minutes and I can feel the warmth on my entire scalp and hair. And while I was waiting, I sipped on some protein shake. You can get some water, green tea, juice, whatever you like to have. And yeah, so I've reduced the temperature now a bit. And then I'll turn it off gradually so that scalp can gradually cool down. And after that, I'm going to go wash my hair. Okay, so I think the first part, which is nourishing my hair with oil, is done. I've heated up so the oil is soaked in. Now the next step is to wash away this oil, and the best way to do it is with diluted shampoo. What I do is, you can take any shampoo, and I'm using Pantene here. So I'll take, when they say use a coin-sized shampoo and that's enough, I don't think it's enough, especially when you've so deeply oiled your hair. So I'm just going to take a few pumps. I think that's about 3 pumps. And I'm going to pour in water here, and I'm going to wash my hair twice with this so that all the oil can wash away. So there's half a mug of water here. I'm going to lather it. This way, the shampoo will not stagnate on one part of your scalp. It will flow through, entire scalp. And the best way to do is to bend forward and then wash your hair. That's the best way to wash your hair. But in my condition, I might not be able to do that. So I'm just going to stand and wash my hair like this. I'll do this. I'll wash my hair twice and I'll get back. Okay, I've towel dried my hair and I've also washed my comb with a toothbrush while I was at it. Now, when your hair is only slightly damp, the way we parted our hair for oiling, we are going to do the same thing, but this time the focus will be on applying the mask. I'm using this spa cream, hydrating cream from Schwarzkopf. There are many on Amazon. I'll link a few also in the description. So this is what I'm going to apply now on the length of my hair. I'm used to it, so I'm going to take 1-inch bunches of hair like this. Otherwise, you can just part with a comb and do it. So after I've completely covered my entire scalp like this, I'm going to leave it on for maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes. Okay, so the hair mask that I applied, it's soaked in and I think it's taken 25 minutes. So it started to feel a little dry on the top. Now next step, which you can completely avoid if you want to, is to steam your hair. I'm going to be using this face steamer to steam my hair, but I don't want it to risk with boiling water and then take steam near your face. So this is optional. You can go for it or you can skip it, and you can just wash your hair. Don't use hot water for washing your hair, and then I'll show you the result. I think you can see the steam here. So I'm done drying my hair after the hair spa, and my hair is silky beyond what I had expected. For the next many days, I'm going to have good hair days. So it did take time and effort, but it's completely worth it at home at almost no cost. See how so silky. And there's some weight added to my hair, weight like there's some volume because of the oil. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you again.